Good morning, group. I'm back with a special scent of the day today. This is something that I've worn right now for the first time. Usually when I do my scents of the day, I've already know what I'm getting into a little bit because I've worn it before. As you know, yesterday I did a sniff and rate with Mrs. Fritz, and we did Happyland. We had 6 fragrances from it. 3 of those fragrances I said I couldn't smell too well, and I gave them 5s. One of them I picked to be the first one because when I went back to the paper, I could actually smell this and I could get something out of it. And it was one I thought might be intriguing. And that's Happyland Amberland. And that's the one I'm trying initially. I'm going to do all the Happylands for the next 5 days. So this one is kind of interesting. When I initially put it on, I've had it on for an hour now. When I initially put it on, I got the grapefruit. I got citrus out of it. And I went to Mrs. Fritz, and she got sweetness out of it. And then I said, to me, I said, it seems like a maybe a more masculine because it had citrus. She said, she could see it on a guy or a woman, and I could too. It is unisex, but she thought it leaned sweet. And then about 10 minutes in, for me, that citrus sort of went away, that grapefruit, and what came prominently in it is the rose. There's a rose in the middle, and it's surrounded by grapefruit and labdanum, and on the bottom is vanilla and amber, and in the middle is rose and pepper. And since I've been wearing it, what I get is the rose. And I have 2 that this reminds me of completely. One is, I think it's called Black Oud by Montal. I have a decant of that. And the other one is Oud Mosaic by Banana Republic. Both of those have oud rose combos, but the rose is what's predominant to me. And a rose is a challenging scent to me. I really, I have other ones that have it, but when it's like centric, it's hard for me to wear. And in this, I probably would have labeled this Roseland instead of Amberland, even though it has lavender up top and amber at the bottom, which are similar. They're resins. From what I understand, I'm not an expert, but from what I understand, those 2 are very similar. It's good. I gave us a 5 because I couldn't smell it. I'm up to a 7. And that's somebody's challenged by rose. I could see me wearing this. I do have the other 2 though, and it'd be kind of redundant with those other 2 for me. And then so that's today's scent of the day. I want to get that. But I did want to tell a little story because, I have some people that they comment on my thing and they say, Pop, you talked me into getting that. And I sort of cringe. I really do. Because I tell people I'm not a reviewer. I'm just some grandpa that found out he started liking fragrances later in life and doesn't really know notes. And this journey is more for my grandkids, and you're just following along to see some nutty old grandpa that start loving fragrances. That being said, I have a story I want to tell you about from a friend of mine. And what he'll tell me a lot of times, he'll say, he calls me Bob, not Pop, because he's older than me. And he'll say, Bob, if you could unscrew your head and put it on a table in front of you and talk to that head, would you take advice from that head? And of course I go, hell no, I wouldn't take advice from that head. I've taken advice from that head many times. It's been wrong. So that is why I'm not a reviewer. I would say, you need to try things out like I'm doing. You need to try a sample of something out and make your own opinions. So anyway, have a nice day. I'll talk to you again tomorrow with another Happyland fragrance. Bye.